but this time there wasn't the slightest ripple in my heart. "Sure," I said softly. Colin froze for a moment. Vanessa's expression flickered, surprise flashing in her eyes as if they hadn't expected it to be this easy. I simply pressed my lips together, still smiling as I looked at them. "Go on then, keep playing your little show. I'm curious to see just how far you think you can take it." Ever since I agreed to let Colin and Vanessa move in, the atmosphere in the house had shifted subtly but unmistakably. On just their second day here, Vanessa couldn't wait to cozy up next to me on the couch, wearing that carefully practiced, sugar-sweet smile. "Helen," she said gently, "how's the house transfer coming along?" I looked up at her and let out a quiet sigh. "Still needs a few more days. The process is a bit more complicated than I expected." Her smile stiffened for a moment, just a flicker, but she quickly recovered with a breezy laugh. "That's fine, we're in no rush, we'll wait." Of course they'd wait. They had no choice. Until that paperwork was finalized, the house still legally belonged to me. From that day on, their entire demeanor shifted into something disturbingly wholesome. Vanessa started waking up early to make breakfast for me. Colin, who hadn't lifted a finger in years, suddenly offered to clean the kitchen. Every word, every gesture was soaked in sweetness, the perfect portrait of a doting daughter-in-law and a considerate son. But I knew better. It was all a performance. They were just biding their time, waiting for the right moment. Colin had never been the type to serve anyone. As a boy, he treated me like a maid, expecting meals and favors as if they were his birthright. As a grown man, he barely bothered with a phone call, let alone any sign of affection. And now suddenly he was wiping down my dining table. What a joke. I'd poured my life into raising him, sacrificed everything for his future. And in return, he saw me as nothing more than a gold mine to be drained. That night, I couldn't sleep. I tossed and turned, haunted by a question that wouldn't let go. Was I being too cold, too heartless? But if I were truly cold, would I have forgiven him so many times? Would I have bent over backward, giving him chance after chance? I kept hoping he'd change. Kept believing that somehow sincere motherly love could cure anything. And just as I was questioning whether I'd become too distant, I heard whispers coming from the living room. I'm not the kind of person who eavesdrops, but in that moment something compelled me to move softly, slowly toward the door. I pressed my ear to the wood, and what I heard became a memory I would never be able to erase. "As soon as she signs over the house," Colin said, his voice low and cold, "we kick her out." I froze. Vanessa giggled, barely containing her excitement. "Exactly, and by then all her inheritance should be ours anyway." "My mother," Colin scoffed. "She doesn't mean a damn thing to me. She's just dead weight. I've got you now. What do I need her for?" A chill shot straight through my spine. This was the child I loved with everything I had. I held our home together. I raised him, watched him grow. I bailaid him out of every mess, every debt.